Good afternoon,นะครับ, everyone. So on today's class, we are going to talk about module number 9,นะครับ. That is the module before the last module,นะครับ. Module number 9, we talk about the online content,นะครับ. That in this generation, it seems like around the world, the online content is one of the most attractive area นะครับ or the e-commerce นะครับ that is interesting นะครับ so on the case study of module นะครับ the open case นะครับ for module number 9 นะครับ I have like Philip นะครับ who will just like help us in order help summarizing นะครับ for these modules open case ครับ Philip ครับ if you are ready you may just like start your presentation ครับ
The open case number 9 cord cutters and cord shavers talk about pay TVs, cable TVs losing its subscribers. This due to the uprising of online streaming platforms. Pay TV may not be as devastated, but it's unlikely to go further. In addition, 24% of people who pay for Hulu, Netflix who age under 35 don't pay for cable TV anymore. Analysis predicted that by 2020, more than half of the millennials who will not pay for the cable anymore. Moreover, the term cord cutters refer to people who already dropped pay TV subscription, and cord shavers refer to people who reduce their pay TV subscription to a minimum. However, despite all the struggle pay TV may have, 100 million out of 115 million TV households, TV service are still present. The average bill has a minor rise in the past decades, but tech-based still put pay TV to a challenge with original content. Newer internet broadcasting service put up a challenge to cable's distribution and production system. These online platforms keep pushing out more of their original contents. This makes the producer have the benefit from these online services. The producers don't have to depend on the cable providers to distribute their content. Moreover, consumers can schedule their watch time. They are more flexible and they can binge watch a whole 5 or 10 seasons in a few days. Another point of cable TV falling is stock price. For the past year, due to the not expanding characteristics and growing of online base, stock price of the cable TV still continue to fall. In the past, producers have lesser opportunities since broadcast network here the major prime time content producers. Now they have more options such as Hulu or Netflix to distribute their content. Lastly, even though cord cutting is not yet a huge movement, majority of pay TV users are still owning them for several factors, such as local news, national sport events. It also comes with discount. Even though the news services may expand the market for a different kind of TV and movie programming, where users don't have to get ads to interrupt their experience, the future of cable TV is still quite insecure. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you นะครับ Philip. So you can see that this is just like the as example of the online digital content นะครับ that you may have seen นะครับ and nowadays the market of the online digital content and media is just like hot นะครับ in the e-commerce market. So now นะครับ let me just like talk about module number 9 นะครับ that is online content and media that you have to know นะครับ okay so in this module นะครับ in this module when we talk about the online content and media normally you can see that most of them are like the subscription what to say model นะครับ it's a subscription model for the users that they can subscribe and also they can just like also provide the pay-per-view as well นะครับ apart from the subscription model that the customer may have in this one นะครับ the trends in the online content นะครับ we have the vertical integration that distributors enter the content production business you can see that right now if you have a look on Netflix you can see that each country นะครับ that owns that has a Netflix license they start producing this the digital content as the original Netflix production as well นะครับ and also Netflix transition to TV show distribution นะครับ apart from just the content that they purchase from other company other production company นะครับ the mobile platform accelerates the transition to digital content because in the past you could see that นะครับ when you were young you could see the digital content for the subscription model was in like in Thailand it was just the cable TV services like True นะครับ is the True TV only นะครับ but right now you can see that because many of the internet service providers including AIS including True นะครับ they produce their own content apart from that one they know that the behavior of the customers have been changed นะครับ if I ask you that okay class can you please type in the chat box for me when was the last time you watched TV ครับ can you type it in the chat box for me I just want to know when was the last time did you watch TV watch TV in here means that you spend some time นะครับ not just walk along and then you see somebody turn on your TV ครับ so can you tell me when was the last time นะครับ that you watch TV ครับ type in the chat box for me please last weekend 2 months ago last year okay last month okay so probably last week okay last month okay so that means even though we would like to catch up with the news I'm sure that 90% of the people in this generation would like to see from the social network for example on Twitter rather than watching TV because it's faster and it's real time as in the TV if you watch they may have like some they have the regular programs if you have the breaking news it's just like some breaking news that must be really urgent and also just like important then they will have just like the breaking news okay so Napat said that Twitter is almost always faster yes and also Twitter นะครับ or the social network platform they accept the reviews or they accept the comment from the reader or from the users as well while TV นะครับ it doesn't have you cannot just interact with the TV at all so that's why right now นะครับ many of the internet service provider they also provide the content นะครับ from the TV into the mobile platform as well so that means if you would like to use True ID or AIS Play นะครับ in Thailand to watch those digital content you can just like do it straight away นะครับ so that's why the mobile platform accelerates the transition that means for Netflix and other kind of like the subscription services they also need to prepare their own applications in order to let the users to watch their content over the mobile platform as well นะครับ ebook sales grow rapidly นะครับ for me myself as well I have to buy ebook I cannot avoid it because in the past นะครับ I prefer to buy the hard copy book but when the time goes by I found that some books that I really want to have the review before I make a decision to use it in the classนะครับis like very slow in order to have the stock in Thailand. For example, I know that, okay, let's say if I want to see the 2022 version of the e-commerce bookนะครับ, right now it should be launched already in the States นะครับ but if I have to waitนะครับ to buy that this bookนะครับ in Thailand I may have to wait for at least a quarter นะครับ or 2 quarters to get this book because I mean like the nearest place นะครับ that can print this book might be in Singapore. Then they need to have the version นะครับ that is compatible to Asian edition first before they just like print it in Singapore. And then from Singapore, they normally don't ship through the air freight, but they ship through the to the boat. Then it takes some time as well before I get that book. Compare with the ebook. Once นะครับ you launch this book into the US market, and then they just like spend, let's say, a month at most in order to modify it to be the Asian version. On the day that they launch Asian version, I can get it straight away. So that's why I just like right now I prefer to have ebook, and then I can carry it anywhere นะครับ with my iPad. I don't have to just like carry a lot of books นะครับ just one iPad is enough. Okay. Digital music sales, top physical sales. So right now, if I'm talking about cassette tape, I'm sure that none of you นะครับ have used it regularly. You may see that, okay, your parents นะครับ play the music through the cassette tape long time ago. You might see just like the museum of the cassette tape at home. But for your generation, even I'm talking about the CD นะครับ the musical CD. If you are not the audiophile, you may just like not use it anymore. So that's one. You can see that right now. Most of the people use the digital music instead because it's convenient for everyone. And right now, lots of the speakers support like the high fidelity นะครับ of the music. If you just like use a high resolution in YouTube, you can just like listen to the music as if you are the audiophile นะครับ using the audiophile CD, something like that. Console games stagnate as online social casual game soar นะครับ So these are like the digital content นะครับ it includes the game as well, and you can see that teenagers right now นะครับ you play games a lot นะครับ in both I mean like for the mobile one you can see that, okay, what about like PlayStation? Some of you are still playing PlayStation, but you can see that the PlayStation right now Sony tried to transform themselves from the standalone game to be the online one as well, so that you can just like play with your friends, play with your team, something like that นะครับ okay. Next one, when we talk about the trends นะครับ the next thing that we have to know is that, okay, for internet titans compete for ownership of online content ecosystem, there are Apple, Google, Amazon, and Facebook. Now you can see that the company that try to compete นะครับ for the ownership of online content ecosystem or universe, that is Facebook. That's why they changed the name to be Meta, and they try to launch the products นะครับ for their company นะครับ okay. YouTube launches 100 entertainer channel and entertainment channels. Now it's thousands of them นะครับ internet content challenges cable TV for home viewing, and I'm sure that right now cable TV is dying out because you can see that, okay, in Thailand actually, if we are talking about in Bangkok นะครับ it seems like the only นะครับ the only monopoly cable TV นะครับ in Bangkok is True นะครับ is True Visions. You can see that even True Visions right now they just transform themselves นะครับ for anyone who would like to watch the content from True Visions. In the past, you had to subscribe, you had to just like pay for the deposit of the set-top box of True Visions, and then you have to pay just like quite expensive price in each month per each spot. For example, in my house, in the past, I had to just like pay for 3 set-top box of True Visions in different rooms. and then I thought that, oh, I don't watch movies or anything much. The things that, I mean, in one room, my mom, she just like always watch news. So news, and I asked her that what channel that you watch, and normally she watch from the local Thai channels. So I can use just the digital TV set-top box. I don't have to pay for True Vision anymore. Apart from that one, for my brother, okay, he still want to use it because he watch golf and football,นะครับ. And for me myself, sometimes I watch news,นะครับ, international news, some movies. So that's why I have to use it. But anyway, on one day, when the set-top box was broken, I had to wait in the queue for the service. So since at that time, I had to just like wait for, let's say, 2 days before they come to fix that set-top box or replacing the set-top box for me. So they charged me the money for 2 days that I couldn't watch anything. And I feel frustrated that there's nothing to watch at all. Then I just like just use my computer to watch like some free TV, or for some news on, just like I just check on the some website instead. So since then I thought that it's useless to have True Vision set-top box, and True Vision, they launched their product that is True Digital ID, so, or True ID at that one. So I just subscribe, and then I bought a box from True. Then I can just like watch TV program without waiting for the mechanic to fix that box for me. And then that box, I can just take it out and then go to use it anywhere, because they use internet signal. They don't need to have like any cable from True anymore. So that's why right now, True just try to transform themselves, True Vision, I mean, to have just like, instead of having cable TV, they have digital TV that you just use the internet connection, like the Android TV, that you can just like watch the content directly by just like signing up. I mean, you sign up the True ID, and then you just buy the plan if you would like to watch. Then you can just like use this account with your mobile phone as well. So you can see the transformation of the cable TV right now, because if they have just like cable TV, not many people would like to watch it. Revenue from online media are fastest growing media revenues. Okay, so the next one, when we talk about content, audience, and market, in America, average American adults spend around 4,500 hours per year consuming various media. More than 77 of the hours spent consuming TV, radio, and internet. Desktop and mobile use around 4.6 hours per day, and it is increasing nowadays because of the COVID-19 pandemic. People spend more time at home, even though they have just like work from home. But I mean, like when they have to work by themselves, while they're working, they may just like use the other half of the screen to watch this content as well. Internet usage does not reduce TV viewing. But this time, at this that one was just like when this book was launched around 3 or 4 years ago. But if we are talking about this time, in 2021, internet usage reduced TV viewing already, because people, especially in Gen Z, use like your smartphone rather than TV. That's why when they ask you that when was the last time that you watched TV, some of you said that maybe last year. So that means we spend more time on our computer screen and mobile phone screen than TV. And while you are using your smartphone or you are using your laptop computer, you can just like see the news. You can see just like the TV shows or movies as well. Okay. Next, this is media consumption. You can see that digital TV is the maximum one. Separated to be 1,040 hours for per year for mobile, 796 hours per year for desktop, and 190 hours per year for others. And the second kind of media is TV, is for 1,497. The rest of them are radio, other newspaper and magazine. Now นะครับ newspapers and magazine they are less and less นะครับ for this one. Okay. Next นะครับ for the internet and traditional media นะครับ when we talk about cannibalization and versus complementarity นะครับ this one, does time on internet reduce time spent with other media นะครับ the answer is yes, because we try to spend the time on internet more and more to do lots of things นะครับ books, newspaper, magazines, phone and radio. You can see that especially for the newspaper and magazines นะครับ it has been reducing and people use the internet instead of reading newspaper or magazines นะครับ also the phone, you can see that right now when we talk about the phone bills นะครับ the mobile phone bills, normally we pay the phone bills นะครับ for internet more than paying the phone bills on talking on the phone. So that means you don't care นะครับ how many minutes that they allow you to talk in the plan, but we all of us just think about like the data plan more than just like the voice plan. Okay. Next is internet users. Internet users spend relatively less time with traditional media นะครับ consume more media of all types than non-internet users and often multitask with media consumption. As I told you, you may just like open many pages นะครับ on your computer while you're working. You can still just like follow the everyday's news, something like that นะครับ multimedia reduces cannibalization impact for some visual and oral media นะครับ in this one, this is the media revenues by channel นะครับ you can see that in this one it said that okay, right now it's still the television anyway นะครับ because I mean like for the TV นะครับ if you watch TV, the things that you have to just like use is just remote controller to choose the channel, while the internet TV, let's say if you would like to watch the news from the internet, you have to type the URL, you have to know the location first, something like that นะครับ so the next one is magazines and books that are reducing นะครับ next is newspaper นะครับ that is reducing as well นะครับ and the one that is growing นะครับ is internet media, that is whole music and video นะครับ that is like not 9% anymore. I think right now it's cannibalized the magazine, books and newspaper as well as radio, because I mean like right now when we listen to the radio, it might be the time that you spend in the car, but you can see that right now because of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, it makes us not to listen to radio anymore. For me myself, in the past, the thing that I did was that I just like copy the MP3 file into the USB drive and listen those musics in my car. But when the time and sometimes when the traffic is jammed, I just turn on the radio instead of listening to the MP3 songs. But right now, because of the Spotify, that will be played automatically when I plug in my smartphone into the car, I listen to the music, look at the map on the screen, just that. So I don't listen to the radio anymore because I know that okay, normally the radio, most of them are just like the advertisement. Okay, next on, when we talk about digital content delivery models, the way in order to let the users or customers to get this digital content, we may have the revenue models that are subscription นะครับ subscription means that you just like pay like a buffet, let's say 500 baht, and then you can watch any programs that they have, any content that they have นะครับ in let's say 50-60 channels. The a la carte is pay-per-view นะครับ a la carte is pay-per-view means that okay, if you want to watch some movie, for example, if Netflix has has a new movie that you didn't watch in the cinema before, you can just like pay for the pay-per-view นะครับ or the a la carte ones. and advertising supported, it might be free or freemium นะครับ that freemium means that okay you can just like watch that advertisement first and then you can just like watch the movie after you finish watching that advertisement. That is freemium นะครับ free content can drive users to paid content นะครับ sometimes the companies นะครับ the e-commerce that provide the digital content give you for free first นะครับ like a free trial นะครับ for example if you watch like View นะครับ or if you watch some channel 3 plus something like that or Line TV นะครับ but Line TV is not quite outstanding. View, okay, that one is just like the one that we see easily. Some parts นะครับ they just like show those programs นะครับ for free, but also when you just like watch by using that platform, you feel happy with it, with the quality, with the resolution. And after that, if you want to just like, you might see some advertisement or the advertisement in that platform, you may just like decide to buy that movie นะครับ to watch and just like pay for it. Users increasingly paying for high quality and unique content, as I told you earlier นะครับ some of the content นะครับ some of the platform they come with just like lower resolution first. For example, in View, if you want to watch with the regular resolution like 480p นะครับ you can watch it straight away. But sometimes when you just like broadcast it to your large size TV is not clear enough, then you may want to have 4Ks. Then if you want 4K or full HD, you have to pay for it นะครับ that one for the high quality ones. After that นะครับ free or fee. In the early years, internet audience expected free content, but willing to accept advertising, right? But anyway, early content was low quality. With the advent of high quality content นะครับ in this generation, free models successful. People are happy to get the high quality content and then they have to pay for it. For example, in iTunes นะครับ 80 million buy from legal music sites นะครับ because I mean like when we want to have the digital music, you don't need to rip the audio CD, you don't need to just like copy and extract from YouTube anymore นะครับ but you can just buy from legal music sites or on YouTube as well. If you would like to listen to the music without advertisement, you can pay for it นะครับ YouTube cooperating with Hollywood production studio as well, that users can pay and watch those movies นะครับ as the revenue generated model นะครับ for free models นะครับ in there. So apart from that, for some standalone files นะครับ like music track that you just like purchase from iTunes, let's say นะครับ because you may just like want to listen to it while you are offline นะครับ this one we need to have the DRM to help นะครับ use the technology of DRM or digital rights management to help. DRM นะครับ we say that it's a technical and legal means to protect digital content from unlimited reproduction and distribution. That means if you copy to other people, they cannot open that file นะครับ because it's blocked นะครับ from the DRM, right? It just like force that users to register into the DRM first นะครับ for the ownership of that file นะครับ issue often cast as moral contest นะครับ and telecommunications and device industries benefit from increased traffic นะครับ in this one นะครับ it means that okay, especially for the mobile phone services, because normally the mobile phone you need to have the data plan นะครับ it's not just like buffet. So that means 20% of global internet traffic is I mean like, sorry, let's talk about the benefit of increased traffic first. They can gain more money from like the data plan that people subscribe more นะครับ by the way, even though the device telecommunication and device industry benefit from increased traffic, but those traffic นะครับ 20% of global internet traffic is stolen materials. For example, stolen movie, stolen music, something like that, and then it just go to the dark web in order to let their members or other people to download. Next one, we talk about the structure of the media industry. For the media industry, there are 3 separate segments: print, movies, and music. These are 3 major media industry segments. Print are just like book, magazines, newspaper, something like that. Okay. Each dominated by few key players in the market, with little crossover. For the larger media ecosystems, they have millions of individuals or entrepreneurs, blogs, YouTube, independent music bands, and so on. Okay. And for the media convergence, for the technological convergence, we can have hybrid devices. For example, if you would like to listen to the music through iTunes, you can use your Apple, you can use your Mac, you can use your iPod, you can use your you can use your Apple Watch, or iPhone in order to just like listen to the music from iTunes store. Apart from that one, if we are talking about Spotify, on your smartphone, you have it. On your smart TV, you have it. On your computer, you can have it as well. These are hybrid devices, and all of them can be logged on with using the same ID. Same as Netflix as well. You can have in many platforms, including your smart TV, including your computer and your smartphone, and tablet as well. Next one, content convergence. There are 3 aspects: design, production, and distribution. In this at this period of time, you have new tools for digital editing and processing. That means even though you have just one smartphone, but you can just shoot, you can edit and process, render those videos and then upload it to your channel straight away. These are the content convergence, but in the past it's different. You had to use a professional camera to shoot that clips, and after that you had to use just like a software like Adobe, Lightroom, or Adobe I can't remember the name of the software, in order to edit. But right now there are lots of software, both paid and free, that are high performance in order to just like edit and process your video clips. The next one is industry convergence. Napat said Sony Vegas. Yeah. Not Sony Vegas. Sony Vegas was the old one, the one that people have been using. I see that. Hang on, let me see. I have it in my computer too, but I forget the name. Adobe Premiere Pro. Yeah, that one is for proper editing. Or on Mac, you have something that is Final Cut. iMovie is a free software on Mac, but actually the professional one, they use Final Cut Pro. Yeah, iMovie can do it as well, but there's not a lot of functions. Before this, I didn't know any software about editing at all, but I have to know it because of the COVID-19. Because I mean, like when I just have the video clip of the class, I have to edit it before I upload it into YouTube. You know, it's funny. In the past, I didn't know what to do because Zoom record everything. When I just like start the Zoom before I just click accept you into the rooms. In the past, I walk from one side to another side. I drink coffee. I just like eat some rice. It's recorded, and then I just like dare not to show on the YouTube. You know, I had to find the software to edit it first. In the past, you know, even in last year and last 2 years, what happened to me was that I had to spend almost a night for editing. this one because I'm not the professional editor. Next one, I have to just like see which part that I have to cut off, which part in between. For example, if I say that, okay, I want you to present on your case study, right? And while I'm waiting before you just like start your screen, your screen sharing, that period of time is a dead air. I have to cut it. Then that means I have to just like watch every single part of the clips before I just like edit it and then just render. Rendering takes a lot of time too. For example, it might be 2 hours rendering for 2 hours lecture. So that means it takes around 5-6 hours. That means overnight in order to finish one clip for me in the past. So that's why students in the previous batch, they had to wait for a long time to see the lecture clips. But right now you can see that when we finish this class, okay, Zoom will have to just like, encode all the file first. Around 1 hour, it will finish. After that, if I have time, I upload to YouTube. And then I just like use YouTube editor in order to edit the video straight away. Now it's convenient. This is about the content convergence for new tools for digital editing and processing is faster. And in terms of industry has industry convergence as well. It is the merger of media enterprises into firms that create and cross-market content on different platforms. For example, if you talk about Disney, in the past, Disney, they just like produce the movies, the animations, and then show in the cinema. Right now, you can see that Disney has Disney Plus as well. Sony is as well. In the past, they just like made the hardware only, but when the time goes by, they had a studio, and they can just like also produce the movies as well. Okay. The next one, when we talk about the convergence and the transformation of content book, that is about books. First one, media migration. Publishers will publish the brochures on the web. The next one, books converted to PDF format for web display. After that, that is media integration. After that, we have media transformation. Book designed as an interactive ebook with both print and web components. That means even though you have the hard copy books, but some part of it is the interactive one. You just like have the CD or you have the web that when you sign in, you can just like follow along with your book and then click to have some interaction. Or right now, we just like use the, we can use AR, from one application to just like point into that book to have the interaction as well. That is media transformation. And for media maturity, we have new standard book Evolve that seamlessly integrates with web and text components on new mobile device that integrate functionality of multiple platforms. This process, this transformation of the processes until we have media maturity, started from 1998. We had the reformatting from the hard copy books to be the PDF, repackaging for just like one book only to be book with ebook or book with the interactive programs. And then in 2012, they start to have like the redesigning to have the components that can be used in multiple platforms for that book. So if you are the business owner, if you are the e-commerce owner, how can you make profit with the online content? Now, when the time goes by, it's more than 25% already. Now it might be like almost 40-50% of the users will or are willing to pay for some content if they like it. There are 4 factors required to charge for online content. The first one, focus market. Which market that you want to go for. For example, for us, some of you, you may just like want to just talk about like the programming know-how or the programming literacy, while another of you might say that okay, game guru นะครับ it depends on the focus market that you have นะครับ next specialized content, next is sole source monopoly นะครับ some of the business they are sole source monopoly that other people cannot steal their ideas. For example, if we are talking about the search engine, you can see that the data that Google use for the web crawling นะครับ those are like their confidential data, and also the algorithm that they just like use to use for like searching for the information and crawling นะครับ it's the trade secret as well. This is sole source monopoly นะครับ the next one is high perceived net value นะครับ we say that for these 4 factors นะครับ portion of perceived customers value that can be attributed to fact นะครับ that content is available on the internet นะครับ so that means when you have the online content นะครับ you need to let or you need to make it available, and you need to make your customer to know that it is available already so that they can just access to it, and if they would like to buy from you, they will buy it นะครับ the next one we talk about the online publishing industry นะครับ around $92 billion based originally in print นะครับ but it's moving rapidly to the internet นะครับ there are 3 segments: online newspaper, ebooks, and online magazine นะครับ these are like the online publishing industry. We talk about the online newspaper first. For the online newspaper นะครับ most trouble segment of publishing industry นะครับ because for the online newspaper นะครับ they have the failure to protect content from free distribution. When you have the online newspaper นะครับ other people can just copy or crop that picture and share in other platform นะครับ so it comes to 60% of the online newspaper they have to reduce the staff because they just like lost their profit a lot. However นะครับ online readership growing at more than 10% นะครับ mobiles, e-readers, and tablets provide new avenues in order to watch or in order to read the online newspaper, because somebody are still just like they like the feeling of opening the pages on the newspaper. Okay, and the way how newspaper put their columns in. Okay, more users willing to pay for premium content. Aggregators are recognizing need for high quality content to distribute and use for advertisement for this online newspaper. So when you have a look on the online newspaper, you can see that this is a graph to show the daily unique visitors. These are just like the data from US. For the daily online visitors for New York Times, it's up to 1 million people, 1.13. Wall Street Journal, 8.9 or 900,000 people. And these are just like the rest of the daily unique visitor for an online newspaper. As long as you can still produce the valuable contents, customers are willing to go to see your website. By the way, you need to have like some other way in order to let people pay more. For example, you may have the specialized column, or you may have just like the spatial column that users can read, but they have to pay more. I'm sure that if your newspaper has a quality enough, people are willing to pay for it. Next, for the newspaper business models, initially it was fee-based for the newspaper. When anybody would like to read the newspaper online, they just pay. It might be just like $1 per each newspaper, or the subscription, let's say, from $30 per month, they may reduce to be $25 or $20 per month, something like that. Then free. They give it for free. You can see that, for example, in Thailand, Bangkok Post ไทยรัฐนะครับ they provide the free of charge for the news นะครับ on their website and right now they say that now beginning a return to fee base some of the news column นะครับ that is a special column you can pay for it but not in Thailand นะครับ Thailand right now we are still in the free generation นะครับ for the news นะครับ in the newspaper newspaper headlines are primary content on Google News and Yahoo News ครับ New York Times now charging for premium access นะครับ if you want to watch regular news it's for free นะครับ but if you want the special one you have to pay for it next newspaper efforts to align with internet titans นะครับ for example if you are the owner of the newspaper and then you can link with Google okay so we expect that you can gain a lot of money okay or Facebook as well okay that's why if you have a look all of the leading news agency in Thailand they try to have their own account in every single popular platform social network platform that people in the country use new reader devices with reader apps นะครับ in the past it was just like what to say Kindle นะครับ that was the reader only and then for people who don't want to buy Kindle one reason is because Kindle couldn't just like install application as if it is the iPad something like that so they had the Kindle for iPad version and also like some other companies try to launch their new reader their reader devices as well they try to just like make the reader to be small by using the digital ink นะครับ it doesn't consume the battery much and you can just like read it to expose to the sunlight without any problems นะครับ okay for the challenges นะครับ when the disruptive technologies come what happened to these kind of digital media นะครับ newspaper นะครับ a classic case of disruptive technology นะครับ the industry is still in flux นะครับ newspaper have significant assets like its content its readership its local advertising and its audience the audience นะครับ for the newspaper นะครับ are wealthier older and better educated นะครับ online audience will continue to grow นะครับ in numbers and sophistication than at the very beginning นะครับ so right now the wealthy people นะครับ and better educated and good educated people they just like start moving from the classic newspaper to be on the web already นะครับ okay for ebooks and online publishing ebook sales have exploded in recent years and it goes to $5.8 billion in 2013 and right now it goes like a lot 30% of all consumer book sales okay belongs to ebook and right now it's increasing not 30% I'm sure that more than 50% because you can see that if you have a look on the bookstore when you compare with the ebook you see like lots more advanced book are sold in the ebook version instead of having on the shelf as in a bookstore especially for the handbook especially for the textbook นะครับ it goes to the digital version rather than just the printed copies นะครับ new channel for self-publishing authors นะครับ and evolution นะครับ these are just like many evolutions to see นะครับ project Gutenberg นะครับ at that time since 1970 it was just like the distribution of the book นะครับ in terms of just like the booklet that is not just like the tabloid newspaper anymore in 1990s นะครับ we had the book on CD and when the time goes by we had the book on PDF form นะครับ these are the evolution of the ebook นะครับ next on new digital ecosystem ebook hardware and software combined with online mega store like Amazon Kindle link to Amazon store and cloud storage that you can store your book นะครับ store your ebook on the cloud And also you can just like use the Kindle to buy some other product from Amazon.com as well. iPad, it is multi-purpose tablet linked to Apple Store that you can buy apps from Apple Store, watch the movies on your iPad and do a lot of things. Authors able to bypass traditional agent and publisher channels. So this one is the good point for the e-commerce. That means it makes for this one, second bullet point here is disintermediation or getting rid of the middle person for this one, for the traditional agent. Okay, and DRM is more effective for ebooks than music industry because people just like give the creditable to the books than the music. For music, you can see that everybody can listen to the music, but for the books actually some kind of book, they are just like limited to group of people only. For example, if we are talking about the handbook for Python, let's say, it's for the people who would like to just like code the program only. It's not for everyone. That's why DRM is more effective. Next one, challenges of ebook platform. First one is cannibalization. There are fewer physical sales. There are fewer physical sales because people may not want to buy the hard copy book anymore due to its logistic problem. You can see that even though I know that the book is at Jula Books in Siam Square and I want it this afternoon, you can see that it's almost impossible if Jula Bookstore doesn't provide the, let's say, Grab messenger in order to deliver the books to me. I will not buy it, let's say. While the ebooks, I can just like order it online, get that book, download that books immediately. That's why it's a cannibalization. People need fewer physical sales, need fewer physical books. So it leads to fewer physical sales. Next, more ebook sales, more purchases of readers. Okay, and book publishing revenue is same in 2012 and 2011. Okay, so how are you gonna find the right business model for the ebook? We can have excuse me, wholesale model or agency model. Wholesale model is that, okay, if you say that you would like to sell these ebooks to your let's say distributor as a wholesale, you can do it as well. If you are the retailers of the ebook, you can pay wholesale price to the publisher, and after that you get the you establish your own retail price. For example, if the textbook is around $100, that is retail price. When you are the retail bookstore, you can get those ebook with a cost, let's say $80 per each copy. So if your customer go to buy the ebook from your website, you can set up the price as $100. Then you get $20 for your profit of selling that ebook already. The next one, apart from getting the wholesale model, you can have the agency model as well. For the agency model, the distributor will act as agent. They must charge publisher's retail price in that one. So in this case, that means suppose you say that, okay, you don't hold a stock of the ebook, but when you just like let your customer to come into your website and they choose a book to buy, you can just like forward directly to the publisher, and then you can charge the publisher at the publisher's retail price. You may get some commission or whatever kind of the profit model or revenue model that you talk with the publisher. And for the converging technologies, now they have interactive books, iBook Author, iBook Textbook, that we can just like use in order to create or in order to write a new ebook. And it becomes attractive as well if you have the interactive ones. This one is the ebook sales. The blue one is the revenue. When the time goes by, it has been increasing. It has been increasing. while the percentage of the total revenue is increasing according to the revenue by year. The percentage of change, you can see that it has been decreasing now. It has been decreasing now. The figure shows that the total revenue and the percentage that ebook sales constitute of total trade book sales revenue, as well as the change in the growth of the revenue. As the graph shows, growth in ebook revenue has slowed significantly since 2013. This black line tells us that the growth in ebook revenue has slowed down. Okay. Next, for magazines, let's talk about the magazines. The magazine circulation plummets from 1980 to 2012. In this one, it said that it's from 20 million in 2001 to 10 million in 2012. It has been decreasing a lot. Special interest magazine sales remain stable. But this one we talk about like the decreasing of these magazines. They are about like something like fashion magazines, gossiping magazine like OK or Hello, something like that. It has been decreasing a lot. Magazines are making up for loss in print readership. They found that 1/3 of US internet users read online magazines. 35 of them are tablet users. Okay, read the online magazines instead of the hard copy ones. Apple's iPad subscription service can help in order to just like read many kind of magazines as well. And there are popular websites like Pinterest or Facebook. It drives traffic to online magazine because when you have just like some posting, some gossiping, instead of buying just like the magazine, you can have the real-time one that is the from these kind of social network websites, social reader apps and magazine aggregators. After that, apart from the magazines, we talk about the online entertainment industry. For the online entertainment industries, there are 4 traditional players and 1 newcomer. The traditional ones are TV, radio, films, and music. While the new player goes to games. These are the online entertainment industry segments. So internet is transforming the industry because there are platform development by using smartphone, by using tablets or music player. Okay. The platform like online streaming and cloud storage is transforming the industry as well. Instead of having just like the standalone file, you can just like listen to the music on the online streaming, including the movies as well. Also, if you just like have the account or you just subscribe with them, you can choose and create the playlist and store them on the cloud as well. Next is about social network as a distributor, because I mean like some of the platform people know from the social network where other people like all their friends just listen to those music and then just share on their social media account. The viable business model are music subscription services. And anyway, closed platform that eliminate need of DRM. If you just like use a closed platform, you may not need to have DRM, because anyone who would like to listen or to watch from your platform, they have to subscribe anyway. It's not for the public use. And the next one is widespread growth of broadband. This one helps transforming the industry, because you can have the higher and better quality of this kind of just like the content. And for the online entertainment audience size, for the online traditional entertainment, online video has largest audience, followed by music and then games. Also, some platform provide user-generated content as well. For example, YouTube, you can create your own content, right? Okay. Substitute for and complements traditional commercial entertainment. there are two dimensions for the user-generated contents that are user-focused and user-control. In this one, the sites that offer high level of both for both users focus and user control will grow for the website that allow users in order to generate their own content and publish on that platform. This is the projected growth in online entertainment since 2014 to 2019 before COVID-19 hit us. In 2014, online TV and movie is in the pale blue in this one. You can see that is growing a lot for the online TVs and movies. When we talk about online music, it's just like quite stable, and it is decreasing a bit in 2018 and 19. Now I think it's increasing already for the online music. Next is online video game. It's the third bar of each group. It has been increasing, but not dramatically. In this one, and the last one is internet radio. People still just like be on the radio, but it should be on the internet. So that I mean, like for example, if you normally just like listen to the music in your country, and if you move to other country, by having the internet radio, you are still like listen to that that radio station anyway. That one makes the makes the internet radio to be like still like increasing for the growth. After that, we talk about the digital content in terms of TV and premium video. TV, we still just like treat it as the largest provider of high demand content. Even though we said that we don't watch the TV much, but the people in the generation that are older than you, let's say in my generation or the generation before me, like during my mother's generation, or like for my mother's generation is like that is your grandparents' generation already. They still watch TV anyway. So that's why it's a high demand content. TV industry transitioning to new internet delivery platform. Expansion of broadband network, new mobile platform and cloud server, OTT or over-the-top internet delivery. So right now you can see that many of the TVs become like Android or smart TV that you can connect them to the internet. You can install the software on your TV and then you can just like use it as the big screen mobile phone, something like that, to do lots of things over the internet. Impact on cable TV industry, as I mentioned earlier. Social network influences, that okay, when people just like capture the screen of some TV show or some series and then comments and review it on the social network, this one influenced TV and those videos a lot. Hulu, that is joint venture of industry player, try to just like have the pay-per-view for the TV on the internet. Next is about movies. In this industry, it is difficult transition from DVD reliance to streaming distribution to PC and mobile device. They found that more Americans bought online movies than DVDs in 2013, and right now not many people bought DVDs. I found on the internet that lots of people sell out their collectible DVDs because right now, for example, I see that one of my colleagues, he just like want to sell his like collectible DVDs like Ben-Hur. That was just like the movie that is a classic movie that was very popular in the past. I think during my dad's generation, long time ago. My colleague would like to sell it out, and he said that I bought it for the whole collection. It was around like 4,000 bahts. I want to sell it just like 2,000 bahts or 2,500 bahts for anyone who is interested in that movie. I said that, hey, 2,500 baht, are you kidding? So I think if you sell to other people 500 baht, I cannot make sure that somebody will buy it, because right now you can see that if you look around, how many of you still have the DVD player? Not many of us. Okay. For me myself, I don't have the DVD player anymore. I don't know where's my last DVD player. I remember that the last one was like the Blu-ray that I bought, but now it's gone already. My shelf becomes the shelf that I put the papers on. Napat said that my grandma watched traditional TV content on YouTube instead of TV. Wow, that's great,ครับ. That's great. My mom, she watched YouTube for the cooking show every day. But I mean, like for other TV shows on news, she still use the TV because at that time she's away from her computer. That's great,นะครับ. Redipon said my grandpa too. Yeah, that's good,นะครับ. Because right now I think my my sister, okay, she's like more than 60 years old already, and she's in Australia right now. She watch TV content and TV series on YouTube all the time, on her smartphone, and when she is at home, she just watch through her computer. So that's why everyone change our habits. You see that? Okay. Anyway, when we just like talk about the DVD reliance, when we talk about the online movies, many alliances and competing interests between distributors and creators. In this one, for the movies, we still have to worry about the piracy and cyber lockers. For the movies, there are two types of online movie sales. That is internet video on demand, or electronic sell through. So in this one, when you just like purchase the online movies, it depends on what you want. Right now, in the past, I remember that Apple just like if Apple launched their model, the first one is just like you purchase that movie, and the other one you rent it out. You may say that, okay, you want to rent for 7 days or a month. That means during that 7 days or a month, you can just like watch that movie many times you want. And after that, let's say when it's expired already, you cannot just watch that movie anymore. That was the rental model. And they had like just like the purchasing. For purchasing, it means that you can save into your device and watch anytime you want. That is electronic sell through. But for the internet video on demand means that you pay, maybe monthly fee, maybe just like paid as a rental fee, and then you can watch that online movie. Okay, this one, the online movies business share of movie revenue. You can see that Netflix is the highest one. It's around like 52. This is 2019 data. 52.2% goes to Netflix. Apple is 26.9, while Hulu is 11.6. Okay, these are just like three major players in the market. Okay, Pat said that she watched YouTube on TV. Okay, yeah, my brother as well. He watches YouTube on TV. I sometimes watch the YouTube on TV. Okay, but I mean, most of the time I don't have time to watch TV anyway. I'm stick with my right now, not even the laptop, because when I have to teach online, I have to use my desktop computer here. Then I just like watch YouTube sometimes. Normally, if I watch YouTube, I watch with my smartphone. It's more convenient. Okay. Now we move on to music. For the music, this is the most change of content industries. It moved from physical to digital product, unbundling of single songs, and distributor market dominated by Apple. Okay, because Apple just like tried its best in order to launch the hardware that was iPod. That's why you can see that from that effort, it makes Apple to dominate this music market. Okay, digital revenues account for more than half of all revenue. For the digital music, there are two types of services: digital download or streaming subscription services นะครับ In the past, digital download was 90% of digital music revenue, but now, because the streaming quality is better and better and better, so that's why streaming subscription service is now just like a lot นะครับ because this one, as you see in this slide, it said that it's fastest growing because of the technology that makes the quality of the streaming music to be better นะครับ Okay, even in the car you can like listen to the high quality of the music as well, especially if you subscribe, you can get the high quality of the music นะครับ this one. So this one is the US digital music revenue นะครับ by the format. We have album downloads, single downloads, ringtones, and streaming. You can see that, okay, in 2015, that was the latest one that I got, unfortunately. In 2015, streaming is the highest proportion in here. So you can see that for other kind of the format, they are just like almost like the same when the time goes by. But streaming is just like high rising in here. Next, we talk about the next kind of the the digital content, that is games. Online gaming has had explosive growth due to the advertisement of being the e-sport. Type of online gamers: casual, social, mobile, and console. Okay, so I'm sure that for your generation, many of you are mobile gamers. You just like use your smartphone to play with the game. Business models in flux. There are most online mobile games offered for free. Okay. These are online gaming audience. Okay. I had the information until last year, 2020. In this one, you can see that in 2020, the mobile gamers are increasing up to 200 million people. This one, I think, is the information in US in here. It's increasing every year because because almost everybody needs to have the smartphone, right? Use the smartphone, I mean. So that's why when you can install your games or as the apps in your smartphone, why not? So that's why online gamers are just like for the mobile gamers, they are increasing a lot. And many of the models of the smartphone they advertise that their chips are like high capability enough in order to support the rendering of the graphics and the quality of the game. Next, we talk about the online entertainment industry structure. For the online entertainment industry structure, it's inefficient and fractured. We found that many players and forces shape the industry. The reorganization of value chain needed for aggressive move to the web for the online entertainment industry. So there are possible alternative models that you may prepare it for your e-commerce, or you can see in the market. That is content owner direct model. That means you can see that right now when some of the platform like YouTube allow the users in order to create their content and upload. So right now even though the copyright or the copyright still belongs to the owner. Anyway, they can just like sell that content next on in the near future. Same as you buy the still picture from the website. The video will be the same thing as the still picture very soon. Internet aggregator model that you aggregate many platforms, okay, many contents together. An internet innovator model that you think about like the new thing for just like distributing or selling those entertainment or content. and that's all for the digital content นะครับ and media on our thing นะครับ on the e-commerce that we should know, right? Okay then นะครับ so up to this point do you have any questions ครับ anyone? All right, so if you don't have any questions นะครับ in this module we don't have the case study question for you anymore นะครับ so I just like finish the last case study on module number 8 only นะครับ for the submission of the case study, but anyway we still have the open case for module 10 นะครับ, for module 10 that is our last module. So let me just like open up the open case for you just in case that you can just like read the case of module number 10 นะครับ, just won't be long ครับ everyone. Okay, in module 10 นะครับ, right now we have the open case นะครับ for social network auctions and portal. Let me just download this file and show you on the screen, everyone. So in this module นะครับ module number 10, the open case is about social network fever นะครับ spread to the professions. In this one, I want you to read it by yourself นะครับ everyone for 20 minutes. Actually, this case is quite short. You may spend just 15 minutes, should be okay. So in this one นะครับ for this case study นะครับ please spend 15 minutes in order to read this case ครับ everyone. Just take your time นะครับ to read this case by yourself and then we talk about it นะครับ for the social network. Okay. Okay, time's up นะครับ everyone. So on the next class we are going to talk about like module number 10 นะครับ, for its content, and also I would like to have one volunteer too นะครับ you can just like still think about like which who can be like the volunteer to summarize this module นะครับ module number 10. Okay, just let me know. Okay, you can just like type in the line group as well. Okay, so that I know who will present on module number 10 open case นะครับ. So on the next week we run the class like this นะครับ. On next week we have regular class on Monday and Wednesday นะครับ. I also tell you on the last class that we just like reschedule our makeup class นะครับ instead of having the class on Thursday นะครับ this Thursday to become on next Tuesday instead นะครับ I set it up I fixed it in Sky system already. So on the next week we have class on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Monday and Wednesday will be our regular lecture นะครับ and on Wednesday it will be presentation of what you do นะครับ. So that means on the next week it will be the last week that we meet each other in this class. Oh, so นะครับ for anyone who have any question just like feel free to ask me นะครับ in the line chat. I may just answer you slowly นะครับ but I'll try to anyway, right? And on yesterday, as I told you that I had just like the meeting with the company นะครับ whose our student went for the cooperative education นะครับ so far so good. Many of them are happy about our students นะครับ, and they would like to recruit your seniors to be their staff after they graduate as well. That is like the good news that I have heard. And then also I get the news from a company named IT1 นะครับ they just like right now they offer for the internship opportunity as well นะครับ for anyone who is interested in internship or cooperative education you may contact me นะครับ so that I can just like talk to IT1 and then I'll talk to you like for the process that you have to send the document as well นะครับ okay นะครับ now let's see who is sending some message okay yeah okay Sujina would like to volunteer for module 10 open case นะครับ okay so on next Monday นะครับ Sujina you may start our class with your presentation on this on module number 10 open case นะครับ thank you so up to this point นะครับ everyone do you have any questions ครับ